ultimately will be the ones in the long term making decisions that create things like the shed, create things like an opportunity for the next generation. My name is Carrie Wintle. I'm from Iroquois, South Dakota. I showed sheep for about 10 years. I loved showing sheep. I started in 4-H at 8 years old, and it was one of the first animals that we showed my family. We did a lot of different animals, but sheep was one of the first. They're smaller, so they're easier for kids to get a handle on. And so we started in 4-H. It's something my dad did growing up. We got our sheep from Bill and Jody Fuller, who my dad also got his sheep from as a kid. So it was kind of this full circle moment for him. And then we eventually also showed an open class here or there, not every year, but sometimes. And so it was kind of this just thing we built every year. It started with my very first sheep's name was Pookie. How I came up with that name, I don't know. But as a kid, you just come up with wild things. And our herd eventually grew to 50 to 60 lambs before I graduated high school. So it was a really sweet thing for my family to be a part of. My mom loved it, my dad loved it, and it was just always really fun. So if we aren't in a position to continue building an education in kids and an introduction to what sheep are, what the South Dakota State Fair is, what it can offer kids, how much fun it is, but then also what they learn through that process, like responsibility, like stewarding your finances, like getting up in the morning when you don't want to. Those kinds of, those are such simple things, but truly that's what livestock in general, I think, can do for kids. And so if we're able to continue building that, and even starting with the shed, it's going to be a brand new landmark at the South Dakota State Fair. It's going to attract more people to come check out, hey, what's happening in this cool new barn? And so then more and more kids hopefully will have the chance to learn about people showing sheep, and like Bill and Jody Fuller, who have made an entire life out of it and really are kind of legends in the sheep world in South Dakota especially. It gives them kids a chance to see what this world is all about. And then through that process, they're learning different skills that can be really valuable to them and ultimately shape the future of the sheep industry, shape the future of the South Dakota State Fair, and shape the future of South Dakota as a whole. It's small incremental steps, I think, that can lead to really vast change. And so the shed is a way of, I think, introducing more people to this really cool, for some kids a project, and for some people a career and a lifestyle, but it's a way to attract more people to that and ultimately build children and grow children through sheep.